Well, it was going to end one way or another. Didn't think it'd come down to this, but here we are. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. Oscar winner Joaquin Phoenix. He did so well in the first one, and he's back. He has returned. Folie more like Folie dump. With that said, let's talk movie. And this week, Joker, Folie. Joaquin Phoenix, as expected, delivers again with the part of Arthur Fleck, aka Joker. But it's a little different because of the musical addition to this story. And that is carried by Lady Gaga, who did a superb job with the music section. Felt like it was being carried on her back. And she's really improved a lot in terms of the acting. I genuinely felt like she was doing crazy things for Arthur because that's her showing, I'll do anything for you. Anything. Classic Joker and Harley. The opener has like a Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny-esque animation style to it. Wasn't expecting that, but that's kind of the point of this movie. You're not gonna expect what happens. Starts off with some animation real quick, and then snap back to reality. The big theme for the first half of the film is that it takes place just after the events of the first film. So it's going through the trial and sentencing of Arthur Fleck as they make him like he's got mixed personalities and start treating him like he's got this shadow persona Joker. Like Joker did all the killings, not Arthur Fleck. Arthur Fleck is sick. He is mentally ill. It was Joker. Joker needs to die. Draw 4, pal, cause he's the same person. No gimmicks, no shticks. I'll admit, I like the unsettling romantic tension that Harley and Joker have in this film. It definitely feels like a, hey, I'm crazy, you're crazy, we can be crazy together. And that led me to kind of understanding, kind of not understanding the whole we're gonna build a mountain thing. That felt like it was a metaphor that was gonna turn into them turning into the clown prince and princess of crime. I was wrong. Let's keep it a stack. The music ain't it for me. You take note in the parts of this film that make you feel like you're grasping for the moments that were so electrifying and captivating in the first one, only to see that some of it gets plastered over with a different paint job just to add a musical number. I saw a lot of people on Twitter mad because they don't really think that it's the Harley Quinn and the Joker from the comic books. I'll give you some advice. Reduce your expectations when it comes to studios and characters. This movie is a perfect example of a studio or a director using well-known comic book characters to make their own story. Another example would be the Winnie the Pooh horror movies. Are Winnie the Pooh and friends really killers? No. That being said, it adds nothing to the longevity of this, and I honestly think it tantalizes the speciality of the first one. It leaves me wondering what was better, a grill on the Joker or putting him in a musical. A musical sounds far-fetched, right? So was the grill. Goofy. Another gripe is assessing what the story is. Arthur Fleck in the first one says how he thought his life was always a tragedy, then turning into a comedy. But now it's a musical that then, for the ending, turns it back into a tragedy. What are you doing? Then again, it goes into not knowing what to expect. Although what I did expect at the most predictable times was the musical numbers. Like, oh, here we go, it's time to sing. Oh my God. Hey, you just had your appointment, right? What did the doctor say? The doctor gave me 6 months. 6 months? Oh my God, that's horrible. Yep. I mean, they said it could be 3 months. Maybe it could be a month. It could be 6 months. 6 months is not even a year. And here I am to stay. Put me on Broadway. Just kidding. Because of the first one being how it was, I was so enamored to the depth that they were going into, only to be ripped out of it when a musical number would come on. I don't care for the ending. In fact, I barely remember the ending. I only remember my reaction.
Dude, I just finished Joker 2. The fuck?
It was so abrupt and When the curtain went black, I was so beside myself. I was sitting there, directed by Todd Phillips comes up, and I'm like, huh? Get me out of here, man. I'm tired of this. Joker, Folie, dump. This was bad. And it wasn't bad like Morbius. Trust me, that was bad. Look, if you're planning on seeing Joker Folie do, just pretend it doesn't exist. Just keep riding the high of the first one and just every once in a while wonder, you know, what if they made a sequel? And leave it at that. I mean, I think I, like many people, loved the first one. I loved the depth that it went in, the tone that it had. And granted, the tone is still there, but then you're ripped right out of it with the musical numbers. Or you could take the Brandon Aries approach and pretend it doesn't exist. TM. No, that's not trademark. You can also subscribe and watch last week's video. The card is right up here. And in case this movie loving lover boy doesn't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.